Hello students, welcome you all. So in the previous class we read about the physical and chemical changes occur in nature. We have already completed slow and fast change, reversible and irreversible change, periodic and non-periodic change, desirable and undesirable change. So last one left, that is your physical and chemical changes, which are today we are going to discuss. So all of you open your book page 16. Here we will see the examples with pictures and your description also about the physical change and chemical change. So things around us are constantly changing. Means, for example, we can say the conversion of ice to water, water to vapor, how your milk changes into curd, and from wood how we can make furniture, door, windows. So all these are the changes takes place around us. When you roll the paper, its shape changed. So before rolling the paper it was in a rectangular or square shape. After rolling it changes the shape, that is your cylindrical, but it does not change the originality. Before rolling it is a paper only, and after rolling it is the same paper only. Means the originality will not change. So this is your physical change, where the originality will not change after the conversion. And this changes is your reversible. For example, here from the cylindrical shape to you can convert into the previous rectangular shape. Here you can see the S. So when you will burn the paper, it changes to S. So here you cannot convert the S to the previous paper. So this is irreversible. This changes is called your chemical change, where the originality gone and it cannot be reversible. It is irreversible. When you boil water, it turns to steam. So all of you know, if you will evaporate the water, it turns to water vapor. And this one also you know that from the water vapor, if you cool the water vapor, we can get the water. So this is a reversible change. We can say this is a physical change. Some of the changes are temporary and some are permanent. So here two things we'll read: temporary changes and permanent changes. So let's see some examples of temporary changes. Changes which can be reversed is called temporary changes. So remember this, what is temporary changes? Changes which can be reversed is called your temporary changes. For example, rolling a paper is temporary change because you can unroll it. So before how it was, you can reverse to the previous. So this is your temporary change. Means after conversion also you can go back into the previous situation. Changes of water steam is temporary because you can condense it back. So this one also I told you, after evaporating from the water vapor also we can get the water by condensation. Then we will read about the permanent changes. Changes which cannot be reversed is called your permanent changes. Means here the matter will lose the originality and it cannot be reversed. Burning paper to ash is permanent because you cannot get back paper from ash. So here the paper loses its originality and it cannot convert into, the ash cannot convert into paper. So that's why it is a permanent change. Then physical and chemical change, both we will read. Changes can also be thought of as physical change or chemical change. So first, physical change. In physical change, only the physical appearance changes. That means here only the shape and size changes, not the originality. The chemical structure does not change in the physical change. Means whatever we will take the composition or the material, that the material will be same after the conversion also. Melting of ice to water is a physical change because the chemical structure of both ice and water is water. This example means if you melt an ice cube, you will get water. So here the changes occurs. Ice is your solid state and water is your liquid state. Obviously here the change, the state occurs change here, but the material is same, means the whatever you took the things that is same, that is water. So ice is also water and water is that is water only. Tearing a paper is a physical change because the chemical structure remains the same. So here if you will tear any paper, that is a physical change, but the chemical composition is here same. So before tearing the paper, whatever the composition of paper, that will remain same after tearing the paper also. Then chemical change. In chemical change, the chemical structure changes. So in the chemical change, the chemical structure will convert into another situation or another form. Milk turning to curd is a chemical change. Here you can see the state is same, we can say, but this is a chemical change because your curd tastes sour and milk is, it does not taste sour. So chemical structure of milk is lactose and curd is lactic acid. So when the milk, that is the lactose, and when it convert to curd, it is the lactic acid. So before converting into curd, the milk is not a acid, it is a lactose. Physical changes can be temporary or permanent. How? Let's see. When you roll a paper, it is a physical but temporary change. So if you are rolling a paper, it will take the cylindrical shape, but this is a temporary change. Why? Again you can reverse back into your previous shape, means it is reversed, that's why it is a temporary change. When you tear a paper, it is physical but permanent change, you cannot untear the paper. So here what happened, it is a physical change, but after tearing you cannot go back to the previous situation. Means here the tearing paper again, it will be not joined automatically, or you cannot change the teared paper into a complete new paper. So this is a permanent change. Let's see some examples. Bursting of firecrackers. So this is a which change, physical change or chemical change? Bursting of firecrackers is a chemical change. Melting of ice cream, this one also here physical temporary change because even after melting it is still same substance and can be freezed back to ice cream. So after melting also, that will be called as ice cream only, and if you will cool that one, again it convert into the previous state, that is your ice cream. Rusting of iron. So rusting of iron is a chemical change because iron changes to iron oxide, a different chemical substance. We can prevent the rusting, but we cannot completely change from a rust iron into a new iron, because here iron changes to iron oxide, where the one new product, new substance will arise. That's why it is a chemical change. So in your books some examples are given. You go through the example, and about that examples again we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.